I know that some of you were present at the meeting we had about 4 years ago now, when we started this quest. And I said at that time it wasn't going to be easy. Well, it's not, as you can see. I'd also like to join Sandy in thanking Councilman Avella, Senator Patterson, Assemblyman Lansman, and all of the other community leaders who are here. And I see our other civics have come out to support us. Thank you very much. And Planning Board 7, right? Yes, Planning Board 7 unanimously voted to approve this. All of our elected officials approved this. We have overwhelming community support, as shown by the turnout this morning. Everybody that has ever been in this neighborhood fell in love with it, except the landmark preservation. You know, when the state came down here, it took them, you know, like 15 minutes to fall in love with this. In fact, they loved it so much, we had asked for about 800 homes. They added another 500 homes, which, of course, to the east toward Utopia, it's really the same architecture, same development. A few years ago, Sandy and I, my beautiful wife Ann, and Arthur went up to Lake George, because that's where the State Preservation Commission was meeting. It took them about 11 minutes to vote unanimously to make this an historic district, state historic district. Now we're standing in what's left of what was a historic tree nursery that supplied trees and shrubs throughout the United States for over 100 years. We know in the preparation of our application for historic district status, thanks to Paul Graziano, that many of the streets here, we have photographs 50, 60 years ago, the streets are unchanged except for the cars. We don't understand this, but we're not surprised because we don't look like Manhattan. We know how the LCC, you know, how what passes through their brain processes work. We don't look like Manhattan. You know, we're in Queens, you know, which they barely are aware is part of New York City. But as you have heard repeatedly, the fight is just beginning. This is a replay of history. This happened with Douglas Hills, and we will be successful. This proves it. This turnout this morning proves it. And we will fight until we win. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Marjorie Ferrigno, you know, Marjorie, you know, is right here.
I just want to point out that just 2 blocks from here, they are tearing down another house. The construction fences up, and the house was moored down yesterday. The block behind it, 161st, has another house where already the monster is behind the construction fence. That's how quick it happens. So make sure that it's get a slam bar.
I don't know if you all heard, but Marjorie Ferrigno has been a, you know, a leader in the Broadway-Flushing Homeowners Association. I won't say how long, right?
I'm a founding member, and we're 45 years old.
I think I'm in front of the bulldozer like you normally would do.
She's just saying, you know, telling us that there are a couple more houses in jeopardy.
Right now, you can
right
see
now,
it.
and pointing out the fact that the city has to move on this expeditiously. Next person I want to call upon is somebody who has helped the Civic get the applications done, not only for the federal and state historic places, but for the City Landmark Preservation Commission applications, and that's Paul Graziano.
Hi everybody. It's a fantastic turnout. I actually met with the Landmarks Commission a couple of days ago where I said, what, are you kidding me? And I said, do you realize you're going to have 250 to 300 people and the press and everybody out on Sunday? Are you people nuts? What are you thinking? And the response essentially was just, we had no idea, etc. My response to that is, it's not true, and everybody here shows that they're tired of it. It's amazing. What I can tell you is that there are about 95 historic districts in this city. We have 7 in Queens. There are about 11 that are suburban in the whole city of New York. The Landmarks Commission does not understand suburban neighborhoods, which is why we don't get designated. What we do is fight. When I first worked with these folks who I've known for a long time, I live a few blocks from here myself, I said to them, you You must get the National and State Register nomination, because if you don't, you will be turned away at the door. Well, it got us in the door, but we got turned away at the office. And so basically what I can say is that without the unanimous support from bottom to top, from the neighborhood, from everybody that's spoken, from the community board, etc., we wouldn't be here today, number one. Number two, this whole situation where people are outraged. And part of the reason you're outraged is because you understand that this place means something. Everybody's understood it for a long time, but now you know it even more. So I would just say, keep it up, do what needs to be done. This isn't going away. This is not going away. Thank you.
We have a lot of civic support from the Historic District Council, which is a citywide organization that works with all the historic districts and landmark groups throughout the entire city. And Paul DiBenedetto is going to read a statement from HDC.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paul DiBenedetto. I'm on the Board of Advisors of the Historic District Council, and I have a prepared statement written by Simeon Bankoff, the Executive Director of the HDC. The Historic Districts Council, the citywide advocate for New York City's historic neighborhoods, speak up, Paul, is here today to support the Broadway-Flushing Homeowners Association and the Auburndale Improvement Association's demand to be promptly considered, calendared, and designated as the Broadway-Flushing Historic District. This historically and architecturally significant neighborhood is in immediate jeopardy from several recent teardowns and inappropriate alterations that have occurred specifically due to its lack of city landmark status. Since the designation of 1,330 buildings that were included in the National and State Register Historic District in 2005, we have partnered with BFHA and Auburndale to make a New York City Historic District a reality, only to be frustrated by the inaction of the Landmark Preservation Commission. And while this area is about to be rezoned with the new anti-McMansion zone for large lots, R1-2A, as well as the R2A zoning category, they are not a substitution for a landmark district and will not stop the erosion of the historic and architectural fabric of Broadway-Flushing. Unlike some other areas trying to gain landmark status, there is little controversy or opposition surrounding the proposed Broadway-Flushing Historic District, obviously. The great majority of residents clearly want it and are also supported by surrounding neighborhoods. Community Boards 7 and 11 unequivocally support it. All local elected officials, including the Council, Assembly, State Senate, and Borough President, are wholeheartedly behind it. And every preservation organization in New York City endorses it. Therefore, we ask the LPC to pay attention to the overwhelming sentiment in favor of Broadway-Flushing receiving landmark designation, reconsider their recent decision, and immediately take action to make this a reality. To do otherwise would be doing Broadway-Flushing as well as the entire city, great city of New York, a grave disservice. Simeon Bankoff, Executive Director.
When Commissioner Tierney told me that he wasn't going to do this, the LPC wasn't going to do this, I said quite frankly to him, well, you know, you got a fight on your hands. And we're not going to go away until we get this. Let's show the city that we don't give up. We will continue. If we have to have a demonstration once a month, and we may ask you to come out and do this once a month. Maybe we won't do it on a Sunday morning. But we will ask you to come out. You need to come out. In the second mailing that I did to all of you, there was a letter to the Landmarks Preservation Commission, addresses for you to mail to the mayor. You have to do that. You have to show that this community wants this and is going to accept nothing less. We can win. Let's hear it.